So OpenStack brief and some reviews and cloud technology. Chief reference CA607 Seminar in Cloud Computing Spring 2012 by Dr. Alan D. Maloney. Applied computational instrument for scientific synthesis. The University of Origin groups may configure their own VM images and carry out research work as if had dedicated clusters. This course delivered hands-on operations on the ACISS and cloud computing knowledge to students. So VM and the hypervisor virtual machine is software package sometimes using hardware acceleration that allows an isolated guest operating system to run within a host operating system. Stateless once shut down all hardware state disappear. Hypervisor, a software platform that is responsible for creating, running, and destroying multiple virtual machines. OpenStack is hypervisor agnostic, type 1 and type 2 hypervisor. So looks like type 1 and type 2 hypervisor. It will provide hypervisor guest OS having. So hardware type 1 hardware hypervisor, here hardware host OS hypervisor and the guest OS. They provide bridged networking. So here bridge network is a host OS. So one network card acts as many devices. Host does not need an IP address. Hypervisor sets virtual MAC address for guest machines. So ACIS uses bridges for a virtual local area network to segment traffic and assign network address. So network block storage. So network block storage make data persistent by mounting a network block storage device. NFS mounts many machines may access simultaneously, limited permissions. ISCSI mounts only one machine may access at any given time, unlimited permissions. So object storage, persistent storage of objects on a network, generally written once, read many. Durable storage with redundant copies. Access control list determine visibility for owner and authorized users. Amazon S3 is an example of this. ACISS uses OpenStack script. Shift uses same API and S3. Virtual machine images, disk images that can be booted on a virtual machine by hypervisor can be single image that contains bootloader, kernel and operating system. Bootloader and kernel can be separated, allows for custom kernels and resizable image. Image service store and catalogs virtual machines images, keep track of virtual machines, trace and recover, provides for discovery, registration and deliver of images to hypervisor. So allows for many image formats and for linking of loaders and kernels to images. There are many maybe different types of virtualization technologies and different kernels etc. usually built on object storage systems. Glance on shift. So cloud computing, the course difference in the following way: the orchestration of hypervisor networking, block storage and images and identity services to provide on demand virtual machines. Ends meeting required characteristics of cloud computing: on demand self-service, resource pooling and so network block storage, identity. So keystone main functions provide four primaries: identity, user information authentication, token after logged in, replace account password. Service catalog, service you need to registered. Policies enforces different user levels, can be backed by the different database, LDAP, SQL, e-value stores. So user information is having listed below. Username, password, metadata, that is email etc. Tenant organize users into projects of group. Role, define a user's role and permissions in a project. A user must belong to at least one tenant and may belong to many tenant. Roles are assigned to user, tenants, pairs, common rows of member. So Keystone, once a user identity has been verified with the account password pair, short-lived 24-hour token is issued. Tokens are stand-in for account password. So OpenStack service holds on tokens and use them to query Keystone during operations. For example, once a Nova can use a token to determine if an authenticated user has authorization to delete instance. Catalog open service stack service endpoints are registered with the Keystone to create a service catalog.